Hello StarCraft fans, this is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. This is a game between BratOK and Railgan on Ruins of Endion. In the bottom right side of the map we have the red Zerg player, it is Railgan. And in the bottom left side of the map we have the blue Terran player, it is BratOK. BratOK has been around since the days of Wings of Liberty. I remember watching Husky catch a bunch of games of his, so he's a very excellent player. He's competed in professional tournaments all across the globe. And Railgan is someone who is a friend of the channel who is GM. Alright, so it's ZVT here on Ruins of Endion. I just cast a super excellent ZVT on this map just recently. I assume it will post fairly close to this one. So if you've already seen a ZVT on Ruins of Endion, I apologize, but hopefully this one will be just as excellent. Looks like Railgan is opening up spawning pool first here, planning to put some pressure on BratOK. Let's see if he's used to that or not. He is throwing up a... what is that? A barracks. A barracks, obviously. Then going for Reaper. So what I'm going to do... I'm going to pull up my list here of Reaper names. And it looks like... Alright, so we did have a request for a specific Reaper name. And when it pops out, I will let you know. If it is a Reaper, I mean, this could just be a Marine opening. That's something that's very tenable as well here in Terran versus Zerg. And what's it going to be for BratOK? Any second now. He is going to go Marine opening. We're going to hold on to that Reaper name for another time. Tune in next time for our next Terran cast for the chance to learn if your Reaper name was chosen or not. So yeah, it's a Pooler Extractor Roach-Warren expansion here for Railgan, which his plan means he's planning on putting out 2 or 3 roaches, putting some pressure on here, which again is pretty good considering it is a 1 barracks expand, and considering these are Marines coming out. Marines not very good against roaches, especially in smaller numbers. And if the roaches show up in time, they should be able to actually force a cancel here. It's going to be close. It's going to be close. That roach warren's not quite done yet. Then you have to make the roaches. You know what? I changed my mind depending on how... Yeah, there's no way. This thing started too early for BratOK to or for Railgan to actually force a cancel here. So instead, he'll get some pressure on, maybe force BratOK to make some mistakes or whatnot. Factory coming up here too. If those are Hellions, again, that would be a problem. So there are 2 Marines out. Scouting out and about here. It's 2 Slowlings coming on in. They might be able to kill this Marine. Great stutter step, though, from BratOK. I'm not going to die today, he says. Friend, help me. Help me kill these Zerglings. And yes, they do. He gets both the kills. All right, even though the assist should go to BratOK, they should keep track of assists. I say if you do enough damage to a unit and it dies, you should get an assist, like a percentage of its hit points or something like that. It would not change anything in the game. It would just keep track of like an assist number down here next to kills. Oh, Overlord manages to escape. And here come the 3 roaches from Railgan. So they're going to do some damage here. Because again, this number of Marines is not enough to kill 3 roaches at all. What are we doing here? Hellions. Again, Hellions pretty bad as well. So let's see how Railgan does with this little push. Again, this isn't a 1 base all-in. He does have an expansion. He does have a certain number of workers, 24 to 24, keeping up on that count. But here come the roaches, moving right on into the natural base. And free SCV. Boop. SCV dies, cancels the supply depot, full pull of everything from the natural expansion, just abandons it altogether. Instant decision there from BratOK. Oh, letting the roaches in. I don't know about this. 1 roach dies immediately. A couple Marines are dying here too, and another roach dead. And boom, Marines are dying left and right here. 1 more kill for the roach would be amazing, but no, can't quite pull it off. Resources lost here, 325 for the Terran, 356 for the Zerg, but killing a worker also very good in my personal estimation, as he does have 2 SCV kills. Just fantastic stuff. So the Hellion's going to push on out, but again, you know there are roaches on the field. You know there are queens, or at least you know there should be roaches. There aren't any at the moment. There are 3 queens for Railgan, so maybe be aggressive and things will work out. No, playing defensive instead. BratOK really worried about further aggression, using this time in these units to knock down these rocks and seal this off from the Zerg aggression while taking a 3rd base. I don't know about that, man. If he pushes out with the Hellions, there we go. Now he's pushing out with the Hellions. He might be able to do some damage. I was going to say, Spire on the way. A couple roaches coming out now, too, for Railgan. Not overreacting, I don't think. And a drop, a Widowmine drop, going to come in the backside at the same time. So we'll see if the Hellions can distract Railgan enough to where the medevac drops back here into the main base and actually get some hits off. Oh, 2 queens are here, though. That is dangerous stuff. There's the drop. Widowmine 1, Widowmine 2. Are you going to pull? All right, not really. Oh, just okay. All right, 5 kills and 3 kills there. That is a bunch of worker kills. 8 workers killed. Ah, killing the drone who was going to throw down a 3rd base, too. Nice snipe there by BratOK. Widow Mines are still a huge problem. Building a Spore Crawler here, but I don't think it's going to finish in time before these two can hit again, before that cooldown reaches 0. It is already down to 10. And the roaches are sitting right on top of this. Can they get it? Can the Spore Crawler finish in time? No. Run, drones, run. Railgan just letting the chips fall where they may. Oh, getting a shot off there. Does hit the queen, which is ideal for Railgan. Wants it to hit the queen. The queen will not die. And it does save some drone lives there. But 13 workers killed by those Widow Mines. Wow. That hurts a lot. Income 39 to 35. Zerg player is still up at this point. Small Hellion push at the front. Never actually came. I'm honestly surprised by that from BratOK. I'm not sure why he didn't push with those while he was dropping in the back. It would have been a nice little double move. But instead, he just kind of pokes in a little bit too late. The Hellions do get picked up by this medevac with 6 total hit points. A Viking is killing an Overlord there too. BratOK, meanwhile, is working on Stim. He's working on Marines and Marauders and a couple engineering bays. He wants those upgrades to begin as soon as possible. And that medevac is so careful not to go too far onto Zerg soil. Run! Run! All right, so picks up the Hellions, doesn't want them to die to the roaches, and if the medevac sticks around, the queen will take it out in one shot is the problem. So she decides to fly on back home and get repaired. 4 Hellions running on through, not worrying about the roaches, not worrying about the queens, roasting up more of them drones. Oh, look at them get all toasty. Oh, there's a muta here. They don't care. The Hellions are on a suicide mission, man. They want to kill as many of the drones they can. They know they're going to die. 20 workers killed by BratOK to this point. It is 37 to 47 workers right now. BratOK is looking good. Looking good. 10 workers up on 3 bases to essentially 3 bases. Mutas do take out the Viking. So the Mutas might be able to change things here. There's a single missile turret. Might be able to turn things around. Taken out. Oh, the missile turret almost finishes. Look at that. So darn close to finishing. Not quite there. The Marines very scary indeed. But saving. Nope. Canceling. Canceling the missile turret. Rather get that 75 minerals back than risk it falling and not getting any money back whatsoever. BratOK, I think, made the right call there. Checking these engineering bays. Might be able to kill them. Killing a couple SCVs. Missile turret in great position to shoo these mutas away. Same thing here. Can they get the missile turret? I don't know. Losing 1 muta in exchange for a couple more SCVs and 10 workers killed by Railgan. Currently 47 to 54. Railgan really droned up. Really droned up during that attack, which is such a brilliant move. While the mutas are out, while the Terran player is not willing to attack because the mutas are there, he needs to fend against them. Just make a ton of drones. Get caught up and Swarm Host. What? Railgan is going Swarm Host. We haven't seen Swarm Host in a GM level game or higher in a long time. Long time, ladies and gents. So, all right, we'll see if this works out for Railgan. It feels almost like an experiment of some kind. Armory popping up for BratOK for those +2/+2 and +3/+3 on his Terran infantry. Combat shield coming up for the Terran player and a tank on the way. Is that his first tank? No, they're already 2 out. Already 2 out. Just adding to that tank count. No big deal. Mutas flying around trying to kill. Oh, that SCV lived with one hit point. How is that even possible? Shots, Marines pushing these mutas. The mutas aren't doing tons of damage, but again, what they're doing is keeping the Terran player inside his own base. There are no drops. There are no pushes across the map, because as soon as these guys leave, the mutas come in and clean house. So it's a great play. And then moving into Swarm Host. Who the heck expects Swarm Host in a TVZ? I know I don't. I know I did not see these guys coming. 3 more. This is not a little half-hearted attempt to make Swarm Host work by Railgan. This is a full-on commitment. Here, dropping the Locust, coming on over, and harassing from behind these rocks. This is actually a brilliant move. Getting right on in. They hit like trucks when they're on the ground. The problem is they're vulnerable when they're flying. But once they're on the ground, I mean, this kind of stuff is absolutely cracking. I think I used that right. Have you guys seen, there's a video that came out a couple of months ago called, it's an unboxing review or a reboxing review of Hero Quest. It's like a board D&D type game. Holy smokes. It is by this dude on YouTube. I'll probably forget to link it up here, but if you just search Hero Quest, like Hero Quest unboxing, you will have a great time. That's all I'm going to say about it. Swarm Host, run! Dropping those locusts, and look how fast they die. I don't think they killed a single Terran unit there. Against armies, they are horrific. Swarm Hosts are so bad against armies, but in harassment situations, little undefended bases like this, being able to go over cliffs, over rocks, is actually pretty nice. So we'll see if Railgan can make this thing work. I mean, so far so good. It's 178 to 127 total supply. Knocking these rocks down was BratOK. Interesting, he's going to move up here. Yes, he's going to move right up here. Tanks in a typical position, though. Oh, no, tanks. Crucible killing 3 of them. Oh, 3 of the tanks completely removed from the situation there. BratOK did not expect that to happen. I don't know why. Like, sieging at the bottom side of a cliff seems like a bad idea. Railgun decides to knock down these rocks so he can actually attack. He's not worried about the defensive abilities they give him. He'd rather have some freedom of movement as a true Zerg would. Fourth base coming up for Railgun, just about completed. More and more roaches, +2 missile attack on the way. +2/+2 infantry, armor, and weapons for BratOK in the cards here too. Income tab, 64 to 66 total in favor of the Terran. Resources lost, 3,300 lost by BratOK, and 2,200 lost by Railgun. That is very surprising. 20 to 22 workers killed. Railgun did a lot of work here, and he looks like he wants to try it again. So there it is, dropping those locusts, flying right on in. Again, this is when they're most vulnerable. They can't attack up here, and then they land, and now they are murder machines. So many SCVs are dying. I don't know why BratOK doesn't have anything defending here. He's going to lose all these S. Look at how fast these things die. Locusts hit hard. 13 damage per shot on these things, and they're free units. I know that Terran players raged against these back in Heart of the Swarm when they were better than they are now. But, I mean, even now, once again, if they can land, that's where they do the most damage. That's where you want them to be as a Zerg player. Hive, just about finishing for Railgun at the 11-minute mark. Getting some Corruptors mixed in here, getting +1 Flyer Carapace. Excellent. Corruptors good against Medivacs, clearing those guys out, clearing out Liberators, if any do happen to show up. And I don't know why these guys aren't throwing more Locusts in. They can spawn them. I mean, it's not an auto-cast, right? There we go. He clicked on it, or he pressed C. And this small group of very, very dangerous Locusts at weapon speed 0.43. That's really what it is. The fast weapon speed is what really makes a difference here. BratOK says, forget this. I'm abandoning my third base. I'm going to push up the middle here with Marines, with tanks. Going to try to kill my opponent. Roaches sneaking on through here, though. Oh, this does not look good at all for BratOK. That base completely gone. Didn't even end up lifting that orbital command. Marines and tanks pushing through. And here is a Roach Ravager army ready to go, ready to stand toe-to-toe against them. Roaches here trying to kill as many SCVs as possible. It's 44 to 63 workers. If Railgun can hold us, he's in a great position. Corruptor trying to kill the Medivacs. Corrosive Biles landing, not hitting much of anything whatsoever there. Another base on the way for Railgun, even in the midst of all of this insanity. Roaches, do not worry about the units attacking them. Oh, never mind. He's turned around. He did want to kill these Marines and these Marauders. Anything he can kill here means a smaller army on his front door in the next couple minutes. Corrosive Biles landing. Oh, killing a couple of those Medivacs. But these Marines and Marauders, they have Stim. They have Combat Shield. Do they have Concussive Shell? I don't know if they have Concussive Shell. Where are you, Marauder? Oh, and Concussive Shell as well. But pushing on. A lot of these Roaches are injured, but they're still alive. Tanks raining down devastation. 13 kills on that tank before it is cleaned up. Forced to kind of leapfrog back here is BratOK. Corruptors taking down Medivacs. Only one remaining with 32 hit points, but these tanks still alive, brother. 5 kills. Just absolutely doing work against these Roaches. Ultralisk Cavern coming up for Railgun. He does have enough money to make a couple of them. I'm not sure if it's going to be enough, though, is the problem. Long distance shelling of this fourth base coming right up the ramp. The Corruptors really want to kill the Medivacs, and they do. And they get one of them that's super injured and then just kind of fly over the Marines and die. Small groups of Roaches. I'm not sure if it's going to be enough. Oh, the Locusts coming in from the backside, taking down tanks. Cleaning out all of the tanks. Look at these Locusts go. MVP Locusts here. And then they expire because they are timed units. But what a nice little counter defense, I almost want to say. Bringing these guys back, using them to help clean out the army. Income tab 61 to 38. 21 workers killed. Railgun has killed 59 to this point. Wow. Small group of Roaches doing fairly well in this situation. +2/+2 again is up. +1 or +3 infantry weapons just now completing. And +3 armor on the way here to another attempted attack here with Locust. The SCVs have all gone, though. Maybe kill these supply depots if that's what you want to do. Burrowing a Widowmine at the front. I'm not sure if that's going to be an excellent use of the Widowmine. There aren't many lings for them to kill. An attempted drop up here gets utterly cleaned up there, but they did kill. Is that the infestation pit? I don't know what that was. Hang on. Hang on. Bear with me for just a second. Oh, Ultra Cavern. Oh, barely took down the Ultra Cavern. What a nice job by BratOK. Widowmine shot on an Ultra, not super useful. No ghost, but no problem. The Ultra does end up falling there to this tank with a +1 attack. Continued assault by Railgun. No, that cooldown is really long. Really long. How long is that thing? I don't even know. Big attack down here. Marines cleaning everybody out. Roaches, Ultras crushing on through. Dying, but again, absorbing a lot of damage before they do. Lings coming from the bottom side trying to kill stuff, but +3 +2 Marines are very good. Very good upgrades. Not nearly as good for the Ultras. No armor upgrades whatsoever. A base does end up falling for Railgan, but he has this one he can use. He can transfer workers there, which is exactly what he's doing. These swarm hosts trying to find areas to attack. Oh, here's one. Here's one. Oh, that's brilliant. The missile turret trying to do what it can to stop this from happening, but nope. More SCVs getting destroyed. Flying tanks, Marine Marauders killing Ravagers. Corrosive Vials landing, almost hitting things there, but not quite. A Marauder here. Not a good place for you to be, Marauder. You're going to die. Boop. And every single thing on the ground here dies except for that Orbital Command. Big attack this way. BratOK pushing through. He needs to win this thing. And he needs to win this thing now because it is 30 to 59 total Harvesters. Corrosive Vials landing. Liberators not dying, though. A bit of a miss there from a Railgun. APM for these guys, about over 200 for each on average for the game. Definitely GM Pro level stuff for you today. Once again, the Swarm Hosts, very necessary in order to win this thing. Pop, can you pop them? Can you pop them? Yes, there's the pop landing immediately. And there's a lot of splash from the tanks clearing them out. Oh, that's a problem. A lot of those Locusts died to the tank splash. 7 kills. Liberators here getting some shots too. And all the Swarm Hosts now getting surrounded. Run, Swarm Hosts, run. You're in so much trouble. No, they want to burrow. They want to throw one more swarm of Locusts up. No, that timer is about halfway complete. Not looking good. Another Ultra dies here. Widowmine shot trying to kill an Overlord. Can't quite pull it off. Marauders trundling their way into battle once again. Once again, the Terran player needs to do a lot of damage here. He's doing it. I don't think it's impossible for him to win this thing, but man, being down so many workers, he needs to kill bases. He needs to kill drones, and he's trying to make this thing happen with just a ragtag army of Marauders and tanks and a couple of Liberators. This Corruptor trying to clean out all of the medevacs that are here. Corrosive Vials landing, and yes, getting both Liberators. What a play there by Railgan, but look at the stream of Marines and Marauders continually moving across the map here. Not looking good at all for the Zerg friend. Yes, he has the workers, but does he have the army supply to do this? It's 75 to 36 in favor of BratOK. Marines, Marauders standing well back, allowing those broodlings to murder themselves on their weapons. Corruptor completely dead. These Overlords, if they die, that's going to be a huge problem for Railgan too. Might actually supply block him if every one of these are killed, and that's it. The GG! The GG from Railgan. Railgan is defeated, and BratOK is victorious, getting a win for the Terrans today. What an absolutely clutch performance in the end there by BratOK. Again, he lost 75 workers. 75 workers. Ended the game with 40, and somehow, some way, manages to get on in here and beat the Zerg player, ripping apart his natural base, killing all of his Swarm Hosts. Resources lost skyrocketed towards the end there for Railgun. 28,000 resources lost to 19,000 total for BratOK. Units lost about the same, 240 to 280, but a lot more gas and resource intensive for the Zerg. Those Swarm Hosts were not cheap. They were not cheap. They did a lot of damage, but in the end, they weren't quite enough to make it work against the Terran player, and the Zerg player tapped out. So well played there indeed by BratOK. Nice job by Railgun, but Terran get the win today. All right, so that's it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. Go ahead and hit that like button, hit the subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter and Facebook, both at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.